The luxury hotel lobby, gleaming marble floors, crystal chandeliers. A businessman checked in, arrogant, demanding. Then he saw her, the owner. His face went pale. "Sarah?" he whispered. The flight attendant he'd tormented for years now stood before him, in designer suit, owner of the hotel where his crucial meeting would determine his company's fate. "Welcome to Azure Hotels," Sarah said. Professional smile, cold eyes. "We have strict policies here. Guests must treat staff with respect." He remembered how he never did. The man who snapped fingers, shouted orders, called her servant. Every single flight was about to learn the hardest lesson of his life from the woman he thought would always serve him. Welcome to Story Nation, your destination for emotional, dramatic, and inspiring true stories. Subscribe now for more stories that will touch your heart. Let's get started. Sarah Martinez was 28 years old, flight attendant, international airline, business class. She'd worked for 6 years, every flight, every passenger. But Sarah had dreams, big dreams. Evenings after flights, she studied hospitality management, business administration, online courses. There was one passenger, regular Amir Khan, age 45, wealthy businessman, tech company owner, flew business class every week. "Water! Now!" He'd snap fingers at Sarah. "You people are servants. That's your job. Never please. Never thank you." Sarah endured it, smiled professionally. "Of course, sir. Right away, sir." But inside, she remembered every insult, every snap. One flight, particularly bad. Amir complained about everything. "This food is garbage. Your service is slow. You're incompetent. You can't," he said, loud enough for others to hear. "People like you will always be servants. That's all you're good for." 4 years passed. Sarah finished her degrees, hospitality management, business administration. She saved money, every paycheck, every tip. Sarah quit the airline, started small, boutique hotel, one property, 50 rooms, named it Azure Hotels. Sarah's philosophy was simple: treat staff well, they'll treat guests well. High salaries, benefits, respect, training, word spread, 5-star reviews. Travel magazines featured her hotel, best boutique hotel, exceptional service. Business boomed. By year 4, Sarah had 3 Azure hotels, 3 cities, international recognition, awards. She was 32, self-made, successful. Meanwhile, Amir's business started failing. Tech industry changed rapidly. His company couldn't adapt. Losses mounting. The client, international, important, wanted to meet. Specific location, luxury hotel. Amir's assistant booked Azure. He didn't know. Check-in day. Amir arrived, stressed, nervous. This meeting would determine his survival. He walked in, stopped, stared. There, at the owner's station, in designer suit, professional, elegant, powerful, was Sarah, the flight attendant. Their eyes met. Recognition on both sides. Amir's face went pale. Sarah smiled, professionally. "Welcome to Azure Hotels." "Sarah?" he whispered. "It's Miss Martinez," she corrected, gently, but firmly. "I'm the owner here. We have strict policies." Amir checked in, quietly, humbled. His room was beautiful, perfect, but he felt ashamed. That evening, hotel restaurant. Amir ate dinner. Alone. The waiter. Young man. Friendly. Professional. Excellent service. Next morning. Big meeting. Conference room. Amir was nervous. Technical issues. He snapped. At AV staff. Fix it now. Incompetent. Sarah appeared. She'd been monitoring. Mr. Khan. Her voice. Ice cold. A word. Outside. Now. In the hallway, Sarah faced him. I warned you. Respect my staff. Or leave. Apologize. Or get out. Not to me, Sarah said. To him. Amir went back. Apologized. Sincerely. Meeting continued. But the client had seen everything. After presentation, client spoke. Your proposal is acceptable, but your behavior is not. Will work with someone else. Amir's company collapsed. Without that client, no recovery. Within months, bankruptcy. Everything gone. Sarah's hotels continued growing. 5 locations, then 10 major cities. International expansion. Best in hospitality. Treats staff like family. 2 years. After bankruptcy, Amir needed work. Any work. He'd lost. Everything. 49. Starting over. Job posting. Azure Hotels. Hiring. Housekeeping staff. He needed it. Swallowed his pride. Applied. Interview day. HR manager. The owner. Wants to interview. Personally, Amir knew it would be Sarah. Sarah's office. Beautiful. Professional. She sat. Behind desk. Successful. Powerful. Complete opposite. Mr. Khan, she began. Why should I hire you? He took breath. Because I learned to respect every person. Sarah studied him. You made my life difficult for years. Snapping fingers. Insults. He lowered eyes. I'm sorry. What kept me going? Sarah said. Knowing someday I'd prove my worth. Not by becoming like you, but by being better. Silence. Then Sarah decided, I'll give you the job. Amir shocked, but understand. First lesson, respect. Can you learn? Amir worked hard, cleaning rooms, changing sheets. He learned humility, respect, value of every job. 6 months later, Sarah promoted him, front desk, then supervisor. He was good. He understood service, trained new staff, respect everyone. 3 years later, Amir managed an Azure hotel, full circle, from guest who disrespected to manager who protected. Sarah's company grew, 25 hotels worldwide, industry leader, from flight attendant to hotel mogul. At company meetings, she said, everyone you meet is fighting their own battle, chasing their own dreams. Treat them with respect, not because of their job, but because they're human. You never know who they'll become. Her employees loved her, stayed with her. Lowest turnover in industry. Awards for best employer, best service, best culture. Amir, now in his 50s, still worked at Azure, senior manager. He never forgot the lesson. When guests were difficult, rude, demanding, he'd see his younger self and handle it with grace, teaching them gently about respect. One day, Sarah visited his hotel. Inspection. Everything perfect. Staff happy. Guests satisfied. She smiled at Amir. You learned well. He nodded. I had a great teacher who saw potential, even in someone who didn't deserve it. Sarah shook her head. Everyone deserves a second chance to learn, to grow, to become better. That's what hospitality really means. Welcoming people at their worst and helping them find their best. Years later, Sarah wrote a book, Service from the Heart, bestseller, used in hospitality schools worldwide. One chapter titled, The Passenger Who Became the Manager, about Amir, about redemption, about how respect changes everything. Amir read it, cried, called Sarah. Thank you for another chance. She replied, Thank you for showing me that people can change when given opportunity and treated with dignity. Azure Hotels continued to grow, not just in size, but in impact. Sarah created scholarship program for service workers wanting education, just like she once did. Hundreds of flight attendants, waiters, cleaners, drivers got degrees, started businesses, changed lives, all because someone who had been there remembered and helped. The lesson was simple. Never judge anyone by their job, by their current circumstances. Everyone has potential. Everyone has dreams. Everyone deserves respect. The flight attendant you dismissed today might own the hotel where you need to stay tomorrow. Treat people well, always. Thank you for watching.